Everyone rise. Judge Dr. McClung is now entering the courtroom.
You all may be seated. Today's court case, the plaintiff, Ben Griffin, is attacking the defendant, Trinity Ream, and he is arguing that dual credit government class is not important, while Trinity Ream is defending dual credit government class and saying it is important. Will everyone please rise and remove their caps for the singing of the national anthem?
Oh, say can you proudly we have and bright stars so gallantly say does that star the home of the brave.
Everyone may be seated. I'm Judge McClung, and I've been in this business for 80 years. I will bring the hammer down.
My name's Trinity, and I'm the defendant, and I'm the valedictorian of Sunnyvale High School.
My name's Ben Griffin. I'm a high school dropout, and I think dual credit government is stupid.
Plaintiff, Ben Griffin, why do you think dual credit government does not matter?
Dual credit government does not matter because as a society, we have passed that level, and we don't need to know all these terms because AI now is doing all that for us. AI is going to rule the world. I'm big on that ChatGPT stuff, and I think AI is going to take over all the government positions, and we're going to be in good hands, and there's not going to be all these wars going on, and it's going to be completely solved. So why do I need to know what the explanation clause is, what the hyperbole clause is? Well, all these things are, why do I need to know what that is?
Is that it?
Yes.
Defendant, Trinity Ream, why is government important? Or do you have a counteract to that statement?
Can AI represent every single person in America? No, AI cannot. AI doesn't have feelings. AI doesn't have emotions. AI can't positively represent every single individual in America. That's why we have a democracy in America. And I wouldn't have known that if I didn't take my very own dual credit government class.
Why is government important?
I think
You didn't answer his question the first time.
He gave me an
Learn
option.
how to answer his
He gave me
question.
an option.
He didn't give you an option.
Okay.
Answer his question.
Order. I'll kick you out of here. Order in this court. I will have order. Defendant Trinity Ream, why is government important?
Government is important because it successfully educates us and prepares us to be adults, to vote. Without, we wouldn't have even known the voting process.
Does government teach us how to pay bills?
Hey,
pay
is it your
taxes?
turn to
Does
speak?
government how to...
Everyone take a seat.
Hey, I know you're a high school dropout and all, but just like kindergarten, you still raise your hand when to speak. You still, I think that government is very beneficial and teaches us the ways of learning how to use our activism, the ways of knowing it's okay to protest.
Define the word activism.
Is Judge Dr. McClung. Defendant.
I would like to repeal the statement.
Order.
There's already order. There was
I am
order.
still talking to the defendant. Defendant, Trinity Ream, what are some specific terms you've learned in dual credit government class that have helped you throughout this year?
I've learned about the First Amendment, speech, press, petition, religion, assembly. I've learned about it all. I know that as an American citizen, I have the freedom to speak and express my feelings as I would like to, because our country gives me the opportunity to do that.
Thank you, Defendant Trinity Ream. Plaintiff, Ben Griffin, do you have a counteract to that statement, or would you like to say something else? The floor is yours.
I would like to point out how we are all living in a simulation. I just think everything is like a simulation. Like, think about it. You wake up every day. You brush your teeth. Maybe not. You did not brush your teeth this morning. But you brush your teeth. You put on deodorant. You didn't put on deodorant.
Okay.
He doesn't hear anything.
Are we arguing?
Order.
Speaking.
We will not do personal attacks
This is
and
harassment.
doctor.
Alright,
This
so
is
we are all in
harassment.
we're on a simulation, and in this simulation we just repeat the same stuff over and over every day, and it's very basic. So we're not gonna go out of order, so why do we need to have order in the court?
Order.
No
The
sense.
plaintiff did not cook. Defendant, I'd like to call up your witnesses.
I would like to call up my very own witnesses.
Defendant, call your first witness.
I call Michael, my government teacher, up to the stand.
The government education class is very important for high school students across the United States. It teaches them about amendments, rights, and people's freedoms. I've seen some of my students even grow up to be politicians. One of my students, Whitney, she actually is a U.S. Senator right now for the state of Texas. Whitney she grew up in Texas, in my small town, and she went on to become a U.S. Senator, and she emailed me a while ago and told me that my class really helped her. It really helped her understand the amendments of the U.S. Constitution and why it really matters. We don't want to have dumb people in America. People who are well educated about U.S. citizens and how the citizenship process works and the Constitution itself. The U.S., with those type of people, will become a better place. Defendant, call your second witness.
I call my sister's poli-sci professor, Sam, from the Ohio State University. I'm a poli-sci professor at Ohio State University, and if you ever have a student who's interested in poli-sci, send them to me. I've seen firsthand in my classroom with my own students who are college students, are typically the most politically active, that the more that they learn in my classroom, the more active they are and the more they are involved in debates and voting and are able to use their voice. A lot of my students have told me that they wouldn't have known the true meaning of democracy without my class. One of my earliest students, George, last name Washington, went on to even become the President of the United States, and he told me that I single-handedly prepared him for that.
Plaintiff, Ben Griffin. I heard you earlier talking about why the Constitution doesn't matter. Would you like to elaborate on that? Yes, so the Constitution doesn't matter because it was made like 7 years ago. So it doesn't matter because why would that apply to today? Because that was almost 250 years ago. Like I said, 7 years ago. Like, it doesn't matter because it was so long ago that it would just have no impact on us today. Because why would something that happened so long ago affect us right now? Because like we're in the big 2025. Like, how are we gonna let 1776? How are we gonna let that day and like July 4th, 1776 affect our current formulation of the ideology of politics and the government idealistic world we live in? Like, how are we gonna let that affect our like comprehension of these rhetoric ideas?
Judge McCollum.
Oh, thank you, plaintiff, for that. Defendant Trinity Ream, would you like to say why the Constitution does matter?
I have a few points, actually. My first point is that I don't understand why I should listen to anything coming from someone who dropped out of high school and doesn't know what they're talking about, who thinks that July 4th, 1776 is when the Constitution
When was the Constitution?
That's 1787 during the Second
Someone fact check
Constitutional
this.
Convention.
Someone fact check this. This is not right.
That's correct.
Oh my gosh.
Government class taught me that.
Where did you learn that from?
Government class!
I learned that
Unlike
in
you, who dropped
Miss
out.
WP's dual credit government class.
I know you have a couple witnesses. Do you want to call your witnesses to the stand?
Yes, I would like to call my witnesses to the stand immediately.
Plaintiff, call your first witness.
I call to the stand my friend Taylor.
Government class is so pointless. I hate having to wake up early and I don't even understand what's going on. Like, it's just the dumbest thing ever. I'm 18 years old and I still don't even know how to vote. And every time I try to memorize stuff for the test, I just forget it all right after. And I haven't gotten above a 30 on any one of the tests. And I'm an all A student. Like, that just shows how pointless this whole class is. Like, there's no reason I should even be taking it.
Plaintiff, call your second witness.
And I call to the stand my friend's mom, Jamie.
My child took government class last year and doesn't know anything. She came home complaining, crying every day, and she don't know anything. She came home and studied and memorized these terms like the elastic clause and the supremacy clause, but she don't even know what they mean. They just go in the left ear, out the right. Like, she don't know what they mean. I'd rather my kids be more literate than care something about government, because government don't even matter. It's just an abstract class that doesn't have any meaning behind it. That's what I'm saying. I've heard enough, ladies and gentlemen. I side with the defendant. Government class does matter. It's very important to learn about the Constitution, your civil responsibility, and how to be politically active. Court dismissed.